She's been faking it for years, and you have no idea. What if I told you the one thing your partner desperately wants in bed she'll never ask for? Hello, gentlemen. I'm Dr. Livia Moret, a urologist specializing in intimate health and sexual wellness for men over 50. In my years of practice, I've had thousands of private conversations with women about their intimate lives, and what they've told me, confidentially, behind closed doors, would shock most men. 87% of these women admitted they have specific desires they've never, not once, shared with their partner. Not because they don't want to, but because they're terrified of how you'll react. Today, I'm revealing the 7 most common things women told me they crave, why they're too shy to ask for them, and exactly how you can give her what she's been secretly wanting for years, maybe decades. Before we start, do me a favor. Like this video right now, drop a comment below telling me where you're watching from, and subscribe so you never miss expert insights designed specifically for men over 50 who want to truly satisfy their partner. Listen, I'm going to be brutally honest with you. Most men think they know what their partner wants in bed. They've been together for 20, 30, maybe 40 years. They assume if something was wrong or missing, she would have said something by now. But here's the truth nobody tells you. She won't. Women, especially women over 50, grew up in a completely different era. An era where talking about sex openly was considered inappropriate, even shameful. They were taught that good women don't ask for things, don't express desires, and certainly don't take control of their own pleasure. That programming doesn't just disappear because you're married or in a long-term relationship. Here's what happens instead. She stays silent. She goes along with whatever routine you've established. And year after year, the gap between what she wants and what she's getting grows wider. Her desire fades. Intimacy becomes a chore. Connection disappears. And you have no idea why. I've seen this pattern hundreds of times in my practice. A couple comes in, usually because the man is concerned about erectile dysfunction or declining performance. But when I speak to the woman privately, the real issue comes out. He doesn't spend enough time warming me up. He's too rough, too fast. I wish he would just hold me and talk to me during sex. I've wanted him to do more oral for 30 years, but I'm too embarrassed to ask. These aren't complaints about you being a bad partner. They're simply desires that were never communicated because she didn't feel safe expressing them. And here's what shocked me most in all my years of practice. When couples finally have these conversations, when men learn what their partners actually want and start delivering it, satisfaction levels don't just improve, they explode. One patient, 64 years old, came back after implementing just 3 things his wife finally admitted she wanted. He told me, "Doc, we've been married 38 years. I thought I knew everything about her, but once she opened up and I actually listened, our intimate life became better than it was in our 30s. That's the power of understanding what she truly craves. Today, I'm going to walk you through the 7 things women have told me, repeatedly, across thousands of conversations, that they desperately want but feel too shy to ask for. I've ranked these from most common to most powerful. If you stay until the end, I'll give you the exact conversation framework I give my private patients, the one that helps couples finally break through decades of silence and create the intimacy they both deserve. Ready? Let's go. Thing number 7, more foreplay, much more. The 7th most common thing women told me they crave is simple. More foreplay, significantly more than you're probably giving right now. Here's what I hear constantly in private consultations. The average man spends about 7 to 10 minutes on foreplay before moving to intercourse. But the women I speak with tell me they need at least 20 to 30 minutes to feel fully aroused and ready. Why don't they ask? Because they worry you'll think they're too slow, too difficult, or that you'll get bored or frustrated waiting. They don't want to make you feel like you're doing something wrong. Here's what's happening biologically. Women's bodies require significantly more time to reach full arousal than men's. Blood flow needs to increase to her genitals, her vaginal walls need to lubricate naturally, her clitoris needs to become fully sensitive. Rushing this process causes discomfort and dramatically reduces pleasure. Emotionally, extended foreplay signals something powerful. It says, "I'm not in a hurry, I want to savor every moment with you. Your pleasure matters to me." Here's what you should do. Start with kissing, touching her neck softly, caressing her thighs, exploring her entire body before you even think about her genitals. Build anticipation slowly and deliberately. A 58-year-old patient admitted his wife had been silently wishing for longer foreplay for over 30 years but never said anything because she felt like it would hurt his feelings. Once he started dedicating 20 to 30 minutes to warming her up, she told him, "I finally feel like you're enjoying the journey with me, not just rushing to the finish line. More foreplay isn't a chore, it's your foundation for everything else." If you're finding this helpful, drop a comment right now. Have you been skipping foreplay? Thing number 6. Slower, gentler. Touch. The 6th thing women crave is slower, gentler touch, especially in sensitive areas. Here's what I hear repeatedly. Men often touch too hard, too fast, too aggressively, especially when stimulating the clitoris or other delicate zones. Why don't they speak up? Because they don't want to hurt your ego or make you feel like you're doing it wrong. They worry you'll take it personally or get defensive. Biologically, the clitoris contains over 8,000 nerve endings, more than any other part of the human body. Direct aggressive stimulation can actually cause pain or numbness rather than pleasure. Gentle teasing touch is far more effective. Emotionally, slow, gentle touch communicates respect for her body. It shows you're paying attention to her responses, not just going through motions. Here's the right approach. Start by touching around the clitoris, not directly on it. Use light circular motions, pay attention to her breathing, her body language, the subtle ways she moves. Only increase pressure or speed when she clearly signals she's ready. One patient told me his partner had been secretly wishing he would slow down for over 15 years. When he finally adjusted his approach, she experienced orgasms that were longer, stronger, and far more satisfying than anything she'd felt before. Slower isn't weaker, slower is smarter. Thing number 5. Emotional connection during intimacy. The 5th thing women desperately crave is emotional connection during sex, not just physical stimulation. Here's what women tell me. They want eye contact, affectionate words, and genuine presence from their partner during intimate moments. They don't want you going through the motions while your mind is somewhere else. Why don't they ask? Because they worry you'll think they're being needy, overly emotional, or that you'll feel pressured to perform rather than just enjoy the moment. Biologically, emotional connection triggers oxytocin release, the bonding hormone that increases arousal, improves lubrication, and intensifies orgasm. Women who feel emotionally connected during sex report dramatically higher satisfaction than those who don't. Emotionally, sex without connection feels empty. Women tell me they want to feel seen, valued, and desired for who they are, not just used for physical release. Here's what you should do. Make eye contact regularly during intimacy. Say her name. Tell her she's beautiful. Whisper things like, "I love being close to you," or "You feel amazing." These small gestures create massive emotional impact. A 62-year-old patient started making consistent eye contact and speaking affectionately during sex. His wife became more responsive, more vocal, and more eager for intimacy than she'd been in 20 years. He told me, "I didn't realize how much those little words and looks mattered. Now she initiates more than I do." Emotional connection transforms physical intimacy completely. Thing number 4. Being told she's desired. The 4th thing women crave is hearing, clearly and often, that you still desire them. Here's what I hear in consultations. Women need verbal reassurance that you find them attractive, not just during sex, but throughout the day. Random compliments, unprompted affection, genuine expressions of desire. Why don't they ask? Because asking someone to tell you you're beautiful feels desperate or needy. They worry you'll think they're fishing for compliments or that they're insecure. Psychologically, women internalize society's constant messages about aging and attractiveness. They see magazines, movies, social media celebrating younger women. This creates deep insecurity about whether you still find them desirable as they age. Emotionally, hearing, "You're beautiful," or "I love your body" directly from you counteracts years of negative messaging. It rebuilds confidence and makes her feel safe being vulnerable. Here's what you should do. Tell her she's beautiful at random moments, not just before or during sex. While she's cooking, getting dressed, sitting next to you. Say things like, "You look gorgeous today," or "I can't stop thinking about you." One patient in his late 50s started complimenting his wife daily, small genuine comments about her appearance. Within weeks, she became more confident, more playful, and far more willing to initiate intimacy. He said, "I had no idea she needed to hear it. Now I tell her every day, words cost nothing but deliver everything." Comment below. When's the last time you told her she's beautiful? Thing number 3. More variety and experimentation. The third thing women crave is variety, trying new things, exploring different positions, locations, or activities together. Here's what women admit to me privately. They're bored with the same routine, but they're terrified to suggest anything different because they worry you'll judge them or think they're dissatisfied with you. Why don't they speak up? Because suggesting something new feels like criticism of what you're currently doing. They don't want to hurt your feelings or make you feel inadequate. Biologically, novelty triggers dopamine release in the brain, the same chemical associated with pleasure and reward. New experiences create excitement and intensify arousal naturally. Emotionally, experimenting together builds trust and deepens intimacy. It shows you're both willing to be playful, vulnerable, and adventurous with each other. Here's what you should do. Start the conversation yourself. Say something like, "I'd love to try something new with you. Is there anything you've been curious about?" This gives her permission to share without feeling like she's criticizing you. Try different locations, different times of day, different positions. Even small changes like moving from the bedroom to another room can reignite excitement. A 60-year-old patient asked his wife what she wanted to explore. She opened up about things she'd been curious about for years. They started experimenting together, and he said, "Our intimate life went from predictable to exciting almost overnight." Variety isn't about dissatisfaction, it's about keeping the spark alive. Thing number 2, help with household responsibilities. The second thing might surprise you because it has nothing to do with the bedroom, but everything to do with what happens there. Women crave partners who help with household responsibilities without being asked because mental load directly affects desire. Here's what I hear constantly. When women are exhausted from managing the house, cooking, cleaning, organizing everything, they have zero energy or desire left for intimacy. Why don't they ask? Because they feel like they shouldn't have to. Asking feels like nagging, and they don't want to be seen as a nag. They want you to notice and help without prompting. Psychologically, researchers call this mental load, the invisible burden of remembering, planning, and managing everything. When women carry this load alone, resentment builds and desire disappears. Emotionally, when you help without being asked, it communicates care, partnership, and respect. It says, "I see how hard you work, and I value you. Here's what you should do. Take initiative. Don't ask what needs to be done. Just do it. Cook dinner twice a week. Clean the kitchen after meals. Do laundry. Take over specific tasks completely so she doesn't have to think about them." One patient started doing dishes every night and meal planning on weekends. His wife told me privately, "When he started helping without me asking, I felt so appreciated. My stress dropped, and suddenly I had energy and desire for him again." Helping at home is foreplay for women. Never forget that. Thing number 1, more oral sex. This is it. The number 1 thing women have told me, repeatedly across thousands of conversations, that they desperately crave but almost never ask for. More oral sex. Significantly more than most men realize. Here's the truth. The vast majority of women I speak with wish their partner would perform oral sex more often and for longer durations. But very few have ever directly asked for it. Why don't they ask? Because oral sex feels incredibly vulnerable. They worry about hygiene, about taking too long, about whether you actually enjoy it or are just doing it out of obligation. They're terrified of being rejected or made to feel like they're asking for too much. Biologically, oral sex is one of the most effective ways to stimulate the clitoris, which is essential for most women to reach orgasm. Research shows that roughly 75% of women cannot orgasm from penetration alone. They need clitoral stimulation, and oral sex provides that perfectly. Emotionally, when you enthusiastically give oral sex without her having to ask, it communicates desire, generosity, and genuine care for her pleasure above your own. Here's what you should do. Initiate oral sex regularly, not as a quick appetizer before intercourse but as the main event. Spend 15 to 20 minutes. Be patient. Pay attention to her responses, and make it clear through your enthusiasm that you genuinely enjoy it. Use phrases like, "I love doing this for you," or "You taste amazing," to reassure her that you're enjoying yourself. This eliminates her worry that she's taking too long. A patient in his mid-60s told me his wife had been secretly wishing for more oral sex for decades but felt too embarrassed to ask. When he started prioritizing it and showing genuine enthusiasm, she became more orgasmic, more confident, and more eager for intimacy than ever before. He said, "I had no idea how much she wanted this. Now it's a regular part of our routine and we're both happier. Oral sex isn't optional if you want her fully satisfied. Make it a priority. Hit that like button if this list has been eye-opening, and comment below. Which one shocked you most? Here's the exact approach I give my private patients for having this conversation with their partner. This framework has helped hundreds of couples break through decades of silence. Step 1. Create safety first. Choose a relaxed time, not right before or during sex. Somewhere comfortable, private, free from distractions. Make sure she knows this is a judgment-free conversation. Step 2. Start with vulnerability. Say something like, I want to make sure you're completely satisfied with our intimate life. I know sometimes it's hard to talk about this, but I really want to know what you want and need from me. Step 3. Ask open-ended questions. Don't ask yes or no questions. Ask things like, what's something you've been curious about? Or, is there anything I could do that would make things even better for you? Step 4. Respond with openness, never defensiveness. Whatever she shares, thank her for being honest. Don't get defensive, don't make excuses. Just listen and appreciate her vulnerability. Step 5. Reassure her constantly. Tell her, I'm so glad you told me. Or, I want to make this happen for you. Or, your pleasure is incredibly important to me. Step 6. Start small and build. Don't try to change everything overnight. Pick one thing she mentioned, master it, then move to the next. Step 7. Make it ongoing. This shouldn't be a one-time conversation. Check in regularly. Every few weeks ask, how are things going? Anything else you'd like to try? One couple, married 35 years, had never had this conversation. When they finally did using this framework, the wife shared 5 things she'd been wanting for decades. Within 2 months, both reported their intimate life had completely transformed. Communication is the foundation of great intimacy. Now here are 5 additional strategies to amplify these benefits even further. 1. Prioritize her pleasure first. Make her orgasm the main event, not an afterthought. When she feels prioritized, everything else improves naturally. 2. Educate yourself continuously. Read books, watch educational content, learn about female anatomy and arousal. The more you know, the better you can satisfy her. 3. Be patient with her responses. Some women open up immediately, others need time. Don't pressure her. Let her move at her own pace. 4. Celebrate small wins. When she shares something or you successfully try something new, acknowledge it. Say, I love trying that with you, or thank you for being open. 5. Stay consistent. Don't do these things once and expect miracles. Consistency creates trust, and trust creates openness. Make this a permanent shift in how you approach intimacy. Gentlemen, here's what I need you to understand. The 7 things I've shared today: more foreplay, slower touch, emotional connection, verbal reassurance, variety, household help, and more oral sex, are not complicated or impossible. They're simple, practical, and completely within your control. This isn't about expensive solutions or advanced techniques. It's about making simple changes to your approach. Changes that show her you truly care about her pleasure and happiness. Starting tonight, pick one thing from this list. Just one. Master it. Pay attention to her response. Then add another. Build slowly and intentionally. Have the conversation I outlined. Ask her what she wants. Listen without judgment. Then deliver consistently. Women have told me their deepest desires privately because they felt too shy to tell their partners directly. You now know what they've been secretly wanting. You have the knowledge. Now take action. If this video helped you, hit that like button right now. Comment below and tell me which thing you'll try first. And subscribe for more expert guidance designed specifically for men over 50 who want to truly satisfy their partner. I'm Dr. Livia Moret. Small simple changes today create powerful, lasting intimacy tomorrow. Your age is your advantage. Your wisdom, your experience, and now your knowledge give you everything you need to thrive. Now go transform your approach and transform your relationship.